Families, thank you for sharing your beautiful dreams with us. Your children are a gift to our school community, and they have left a legacy in our hearts.
Even if you're the first in your family to do something, do not let fear stop you from trying. And wherever life takes you, never forget where you come from. Carry your family, your culture, and your community with pride. Graduates, the future belongs to you. The world needs your ideas, your leadership, and your voice. Class of 2026, felicitaciones y mucho éxito.
No entry fee needed. I'm going to miss, what song next, Miss Cuevas? I'm being asked, una tocada o una romántica? I'm going to miss the rap battles, the $5 snack packs, not getting gold contracts on time, you guys not wanting me to call your parents, all of it. Oh, the places you'll go, from Chicago to Ohio, UIC to USC, that was a bar, y'all can't lie. Class of 2026, this group is so special to me because how many of us can say we pushed through adversity? How many of us can say we chose to remain resilient despite the political climate in our very own backyards? You guys continue to show up and give it your all, and I have the honor and the pleasure of being able to shake your hand as you walk across the stage today as a representation of all of your hard work this year. From teaching some of you to advising all of you, I will always be your advisor, and more importantly, someone by your side forever. My last words of advice for you as a high schooler is to keep showing up, keep speaking up, and never shrink yourselves for anyone. And please, double space those essays. The Cuevas Advisory, please stand. I now invite you to approach the stage to receive your diplomas.
Beside you. I am proud of you graduating, and I have faith in your abilities to accomplish whichever goals lie ahead. I will be here if you need anything. To the parents, thank you for entrusting them to us. To all the staff who imparted into their lives, thanks for shaping these soon-to-be history makers and world changers. It was a pleasure working together. I also want to take a moment to acknowledge the loss of an outstanding soul, Astrid Carrillo Norega. Her memory will live in our hearts forever. Astrid left a beautiful imprint in all of us through how she lived so fully and abundantly. Students, believe it or not, you're going to change the world. I can't wait to see how you shape the future. Congratulations. This time, we would like to honor the memory of Astrid, a beloved member of this graduating class and the GOVE Advisory, who will forever be a part of this community. We're honored to welcome a member of Astrid's family who will cross the stage today to accept this diploma on our behalf.
Comencemos dando gracias a todos los que nos han ayudado a llegar a este día. nuestros padres, padrastros, tíos, tías, hermanos, hermanas, abuelos, abuelas. Cada uno de ustedes vive una situación personal y distinta. Y han contado con el apoyo de personas que los aman y han estado a su lado de varias maneras. Sabemos que han hecho muchos sacrificios para que cada uno de ustedes pueda estar aquí. Demasiados. De hecho, algunos de cuales solo conocen sus seres queridos. Por eso, tomemos un momento hoy para agradecerle no solo por sus sacrificios, sino por todo el amor incondicional que les han brindado desde el día que nacieron. A partir de hoy, todos ustedes tendrán la oportunidad de tomar sus propias decisiones y estar en cargo de su propio destino. Pase lo que pase, recuerden que deben hacer lo que sea sea lo mejor para ustedes y para su futuro. Recuerden que todavía están creciendo, aprendiendo y descubriendo su propia identidad. Ser su consejera ha sido un verdadero placer, pero estoy eternamente agradecida por haber sido parte de esta etapa de cada uno de ustedes. Que me llamen su segunda mamá me llena de mucha alegría. Significa que he hecho mi trabajo y que lo he hecho bien. ¡Felicidades!
Yeah, I think I'm good. All right. When I was first told that I was going to co-advise the senior advisory, I was really nervous. However, you guys made it so easy. When Ms. Guzman first introduced me to you all were so welcoming. For that, I say thank you. Thank you for welcoming me into your space. Thank you for being so kind. Thank you for trusting me with any questions you had. Thank you for being extremely respectful. I learned a lot from being your advisor that I will always carry with me. I really love being able to grow my relationship with all of you. I am so glad I was able to be a part of your senior year. 2026, you did it.
Yeah.
All right, the Guzman Rodriguez Advisory, please stand. I now invite you to approach the stage to receive your diplomas.
How y'all feeling? Good afternoon, class of 2026. Good afternoon, my beautiful advisor. Before I congratulate you on your special day, I want to also congratulate your parents and your parents' parents. Because without the determination and vision of our ancestors, none of us would be in this moment. Parents, your work is never done, but you brought them to this point and you placed your trust in our institution. And for that, I thank you. My advisors, look at how far you've come. I'm your advisor, and for some of you, your history teacher. So can we take a walk down memory lane? 4 years ago, most of you were either the same height as me or shorter. That sure didn't last. From the shy nervousness when you entered room 210, to the at times overstated bravado of room 228, then the nice junior year focus of room 200, and finally, room 218. Your accomplishments have not gone unnoticed. I've gotten to know so very many of you, and I've seen your different interests and personalities, as well as how you handle yourself in class. It has been an absolute pleasure witnessing your evolution from children into young adults. I also want to take a moment to acknowledge the loss that this advisory experienced 2 summers ago. Santino Rojas. I was so impressed with how quickly Santino merged himself into our family and how quickly you all let him. It's a testament to each one of you and Santino's character. We will miss him, and I am so blessed to have had him in my advisory. While I've gotten to know some of you better than others, each one of you will leave a lasting impression on my life. You're now free from the constraints of high school, but my advice to you would be to stay curious, continue to engage in the process of learning, and keep yourself attached to education of all types. You're all so smart. You see the world with so much more breadth than I ever did and ever could at your age. But education helps you see into the depths. My sincerest wish for all of you is to continue to mature into fine, community-conscious adults who take on not just today's challenges, but who keep in mind the future you're building as ancestors to be. So advisees, the wide world is calling, louder than my advisory reminders ever did. You're stepping into a chapter that's yours to shape, and I hope you do it with intention, vigor, and a little bit of courage, even on the days you don't feel brave. You've already shown you can handle more than you think. Now go live it. In the words of Shabuzi, time flies, so don't blink twice. Rick Advisory, please stand. I now invite you to approach the stage and receive your diplomas. We would also like to honor the memory of Santino, a cherished member of this class and the Crick Advisory, who will always be a part of this community. We are honored to welcome a member of Santino's family who will cross the stage today to accept this honorary diploma on his behalf.
Days and moments where you probably questioned if you ever get here, but guess what, y'all did that. And that matters. High school wasn't just about grades or passing classes, it was about growth. You learned how to push through challenges, how to even show up even when it was hard, and how to keep going when things didn't go your way. That's what will carry you forward. And I want to say this from the heart to my babies. We spent 4 years together, almost every single day. We grew together, and in many ways you all might not realize it, but you all helped me grow too. So thank you all for that. And I'm grateful for you, and I hope that you are too for this moment. As you step into this next chapter, remember that you don't have to have everything figured out. No one really does. What matters is that you stay curious, you stay open to learning, and you keep betting on yourself always. There will be setbacks, but there will also be wins you never imagined, so keep going. Keep building, keep believing, and no matter where life takes you, you know I will always have your back. And I'll always be rooting for you. Congratulations to the class of 2016. I'm proud of you, and I can't wait to see 2026, my bad. And I'm proud, and I can't wait to see what you all do next. With that being said, my babies, the Atkins Advisory, please stand.
So I don't know how something so wonderful can make me feel this sad, no? But in order for me to feel this sad, I think something wonderful and maravilloso has to happen before, right? So in the words of Butters from South Park, it's like a beautiful sadness, no? So the Europeans often see time as a straight line, no? They don't look back. But our ancestors understood it as cycles. Life is made out of cycles that pass in a blink of an eye. And today we celebrate, as I feel I learn more from you than you probably learn from me. No, I was advisor and el professor, no, for a lot of you guys. and you show me that I'm on the right path. The path that I want to continue following. I still remember the first day we met, and I think you could tell that I was just as nervous, maybe even more nervous than you were. It was my first time carrying this responsibility, and to be true, and I told you, some of you, it was my first full-time job as a high school teacher. See, the experience didn't just change my life, it gave me the privilege of meeting you all. Now, you're about to begin a new cycle, a cycle where you will learn to be alone, but never lonely. You will learn to sit with yourself, to grow into who you're meant to be, and to become adults. Don't worry too much, I'm still learning too. And in many ways, we can learn together, okay? You were never just my students or my advices. You were, you are, and you always be my muchachos, my kids, my children. Take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself, okay? Don't be too hard on yourself. And most importantly, be happy. That is what everyone here and your families want for you. Safe travels, my children, and congratulations. Lo hicieron, muchachos. Now, the real Mendes advisory, please stand up. And now I invite you to approach the stage and to receive your diplomas.
Through 207, whether as a student, an advisory visitor, or a snack meter, I am proud of you. You made it. You are on your way to creating long-term generational change. To Astrid, thank you for your endless kindness, especially in my first year as a high school teacher. I will miss seeing your bright smile light up the halls. Rest in peace. To the families of our graduates, thank you for choosing MHS for your child and supporting them on their arduous journey here. Every early morning and late night has paid off. I hope you agree that it was all worth it. To my advisory, I am so grateful to have become your advisor your sophomore year. You have grown so much. I will always remember our pizza parties and the individual moments of gratitude you all took the time to share with me throughout our time together. However, the feeling of absolute love and appreciation created by your thoughtful birthday surprise was a career-defining moment, for which I truly thank you. I'm grateful you know how loved you are. I have helped shape you, but more importantly, you have helped shape me. I feel that I'm a better advisor, teacher, and caretaker from having known and cared for you all. I want to leave you with one of my favorite quotes. We can't choose where we come from, but we can choose where we go from there. You're in charge of where your life goes next, and I'm so excited for you and proud of you. I have loved you. I will miss you. Thank you. Ms. Garupa Advisory, please stand. I invite you to come receive your diplomas.
First, I want to thank the parents and families here today. Your love, your sacrifices, and the trust you place in our hands have made all of this possible. Behind every graduate here is someone who never gave up on them. This milestone belongs to you too. To the class of 2026, congratulations on completing the first of your many accomplishments, graduating high school. You made it, not just to here, but through everything it took to get here. The all-nighters to finish your work, the last-minute internal assessments, the hangry moments, and the I just want to take a nap. But more importantly, you made it through the moments you wanted to give up. And you didn't. You found the strength and the resilience to keep pushing. Let that strength stay with you and guide you. To my advisory, you were my first advisory. I still remember our first few days. I was wearing a bird shirt, and I was thinking, wow, my advisory was so quiet. That drastically changed. Throughout our time, I was still learning how to be an advisor and a teacher. I wasn't perfect. I was still learning how to be what you all needed. And you gave me grace. You gave me patience. And you gave me the space to grow along with you. You have been like my own children. When I think about the future, when I have children of my own, I hope they grow up to carry a fraction of the kindness, strength, joy, and heart that each of you carry. You haven't just been my advisees. You've been a part of me. And that is something I will carry for the rest of my life. Yes, there were times I got frustrated, times I pushed to be better, or just stared at you and said, really? But that has always been because I cared, because I saw who you could become. And just like in Despicable Me, you became my minions. Not just chaotic or full of energy, but full of heart and personality. And eventually, every minion leaves the lab, room 217 for us, and goes off into the real world to figure out who they are, curious and finding their way. You are about to do the same. You'll make mistakes and incredible memories. You're going to go places you never expected and meet people you never imagined. And even as you leave, you will always be a part of this place and of me. And just like Gru came to love his minions, I came to love you. Congratulations, Lakota Advisory. Congratulations, class of 2026. The Makota Advisory, please stand. I now invite you to approach the stage to receive your diplomas.
All right. Yeah. We'll save the best Makota Advisory for last. All right, but in all seriousness, to all the family and friends who joined us today and those who are celebrating from afar, thank you. Thank you for the reminders, the encouragement, and the unwavering support you've given these students over the years. We truly would not be here today without you. To the class of 2026, congratulations, we made it. And I don't say that lightly. Your class stands out to me because you never just accepted things as they were. You pushed limits, asked hard questions, thought outside the box, and more than once challenged me to rethink what really mattered. Because of that, I know you're not just ready for what comes next. You're going to leave your mark on it. So to the rest of the world, get ready. To the Miss Makota Advisory, we made it. We are finally at a finish line that we've been pushing toward for a long time. I like to think of our journey together as a scrapbook. The first pictures in our scrapbook are of a few of us very awkwardly standing in the back corner of my classroom in our Spirit Week pajamas. Neither of us were quite sure what to make of the other. Fast forward to the end of that year, and we have our first group photo that you all actually wanted to take, uncoerced by me. It was then that I finally felt you liked me and accepted me as your advisor. I bragged to everyone who would listen that you asked for that photo, and I showed it to anybody who'd look at it. By the beginning of your 11th grade year, we were advisory Olympic champions, taking photos with our gold medals and laughing with faces stuffed full of pizza. By the end of that year, Mr. Amberman was taking our picture with that trophy that we had managed to keep the entire year. When I hung this photo with all of our others, I was struck by how evident the bonds between you were and how grown up you all had become. Senior year started and we took our final first day photos, our senior photos at the lake, and we won the Advisory Olympics again. We hung our senior quotes and our baby pictures on the door, and I realized that our time together was coming to an end. Now I stand before you, looking at you in caps and gowns, and we've truly made it. What I hope is clear is that I've always been and always will be in your corner. Whether it was a little trinket for a holiday or yet another Google Calendar invite for office hours, I was there, standing beside you. Today, as you start your next chapter, I encourage you to think about it as your next blank scrapbook. Go out and live boldly, love unconditionally, and never forget there are always people rooting for you. And no matter where life takes you, I'll always be in your corner, cheering you on with every new page that you add. Love you guys. All right, the Makota Advisory, please stand. I now invite you to approach the stage to receive your diploma
and prove to yourself that you are more than capable. Pursue your dreams with dedication, for the effort will always be worthwhile. To the parents of the Nabor Advisory, thank you for trusting me. Thank you for being attentive to your students and ensuring that they can have this moment today. Thank you for making sure that they can have access to the opportunities you all work so hard to give them. Your partnership has been invaluable, and together we made this possible. To the Nabor Advisory, it has been the greatest privilege of my career to serve as your advisor these past 4 years. Watching you grow into the remarkable young adults you are today has been a profound honor. I wasn't supposed to be here today. I wasn't supposed to be your permanent advisor. However, things work out for a reason, and maybe you were all placed in my life for a reason. You all inspired me and taught me about what I am capable of. You reminded me to lead by example, and for that, I am forever grateful. I had the opportunity to see how resilient, intelligent, and determined you all are, despite the many challenges you all had to face. Honestly, watching you all strive socially and academically motivated me to continue my journey in higher education and pursue a master's degree. I saw how much you all can handle, and I told myself, if they can do it, then I can do it too. So for that, thank you. From the very beginning, I emphasized that this journey was never about who reached the finish line first, but ensuring we all arrive together, and we have. Thank you, Nabor Advisory, for all the lessons, the trust, the memories, and for giving me a reason to spend my money. You all were always my peace, and I always look forward to seeing you because you guys were always so chill. Now it's time for you all to leave your mark on the world, just like you left a mark on mine. Embrace new experiences, take courageous risks, and never stop growing. I wish you nothing but success. I love you all. I will miss you all so deeply. I will forever be grateful for you, and I will never stop believing in you. Once again, we did it, Nabor Advisory. Congratulations. I got excited, my bad. The Nabor Advisory, please stand. I now invite you to approach the stage to receive your diploma.
Jesse Albor Razo. Citlali Valenzuela. Arad Guevara. Melissa Najera. Andy Ruiz. Diego Vergara. Aguilar. Yareli García. Jacqueline Torres Saldana. Itzali Areli Ballesteros. Emiliano Muñoz. Ethan Lyman. Cassandra Casimiro. Isabel Graciela Amigos. Titeria Love. Ainer Duarte. Jimena Alanis.
I'm April Navarro. Thank you everyone for being here today to celebrate the journey we shared together. If you don't know me, I'm usually the type of person who gets caught falling asleep in the middle of class, or maybe giving some friends a quick summary of what was covered in yesterday's class. A nerd to sum it up. But I wouldn't be one if it weren't for my parents' constant loving support. No empezaron con mucho en este país, pero con el tiempo han construido una vida llena de amor y de oportunidades para mí y mis hermanos. Mamá, papá, gracias por enseñarme que la educación es la ruta hacia un futuro mejor para nuestra familia. My parents like taking pictures of a lot of my firsts, but I'll only give you guys the shortened version. My parents have taken pictures of my first day of high school, surprisingly my first weekly, my first trip outside the country, my first flight to Harvard for the summer, my first 6-week stay for a program called Thrive Scholars, my first internship at the Shedd Aquarium, my first scholarship acceptance from the Winter Foundation, and my first and only college acceptance to Barnard College of Columbia University. But what those photos don't show are the late nights my mom stayed up with me, helping me with homework, and the long early drives my dad took to get me to the airport. Si digo más, de verdad voy a empezar a llorar. Anyway, many of you here today have parents or guardians like mine, hardworking, loving, and always pushing us forward. And luckily for us, we also had teachers who made sure we didn't completely fall apart whenever we showed up tired, confused, or pretending we understood or did the homework. I also had a lot of help from all of my teachers who kept me on track while I skipped out almost every Friday to avoid going to school and enjoy my internship downtown. There is even a certain blue-haired man who isn't actually my teacher, but he's helped me and has been there for me every step of the way. I really hate saying this, but thank you, Mr. Lay, for letting me annoy you every time I saw you in the hallways. I totally won't miss you, that's for sure. Now, my entire time at Mansueto wouldn't have been the same without my friends, who I believe deserve the world and more for being so supportive and truly amazing people. Especially my closest friends, the ones I enjoy sitting next to at lunch, sitting with in classes, and even hanging out whenever we can. Madeline, Isabel, JJ, Azul, Alexa, Monse, Luna, Leilani, and most importantly, my best friend Karen. Thank you all for making this senior year so much more meaningful to me. For these last few words I'm going to share with you all, I want to dedicate them to my little sister, Abby. And I hope she'll one day understand the next words I'm going to say. You are not alone. Change is difficult. Trust me, I know it. You'll have to make new friends and grow apart from others, but you'll always find a community to call home. Even if you are miles away from family and friends you grew up with, you'll always have people who will love you no matter what point of your life you're in. Just take a moment to look to the left, to the right and the left, and maybe also back towards the crowd so they get some attention too. These are the people you spend time with, maybe for all 4 years, maybe just 1 or 2. Others you've probably spent your whole life with. Right now, think of them. Think of the people who helped get you here to this moment. Think of how many times you've spoken to them about your dreams, your day, and maybe your problems. Never forget them, and continue to hold them tight in your heart as you move on to the next stage of your life. You are not alone. Now, I know we've all been sitting down and getting antsy listening to so many speeches, but I promise it will all be worth the wait in the end. It is now my honor to present our salutatorian, Jennifer Cuevas Rodriguez. And welcome to everyone, families, staff, but most importantly, the class of 2026. My name is Jennifer Andrea Cuevas Rodriguez, and it's an honor for me to be here as the salutatorian of the class of 2026. Primero que todo, quiero agradecerle a Dios, gracias por la vida, por la fuerza y por permitirme llegar hasta este momento en que muchos no llegaron, pero soñaron. Mi compañera y gran amiga Astrid Alexandra Carrillo Noguera era un gran ejemplo de ello. Ella era una niña extraordinaria por dentro y por fuera, que irradiaba luz con su sonrisa y actitud positiva día tras día. Sin duda, ella fue una persona que dejó un gran vacío en nuestros corazones, pero sea donde quiera que esté, sé que su presencia está con nosotros porque sí, lo logramos, y lo logramos juntos. Sometimes as people, it's difficult to understand the reasons behind things. We find ourselves wondering about the circumstances, whether they are academic challenges or everyday situations, because yes, life is difficult, and it's about to become even more. But that's okay because it's part of growing up. Even though we might not fully understand things, we must know that every happens for a reason. A lo largo de mi tercer año, me la pasé preguntándome por qué yo no estaba en el diploma IB. Tiempo después me enteré de que yo estaría dando este discurso y fue entonces cuando comprendí que los planes de Dios son perfectos y que todo el esfuerzo que uno realiza termina teniendo su recompensa. Estos momentos de adversidad me enseñaron resiliencia, demostrando que los tiempos difíciles fueron tan fundamentales para mi desarrollo como para el éxito. Así que no se frustren si en el futuro se les presentan situaciones así. No intenten saber el porqué porque no lo van a entender. Solo confíen en el proceso, en ustedes y en que todo valdrá la pena. Finalmente, me gustaría agradecer a las personas más importantes en mi vida. Mami, Pa, gracias por sus sacrificios de cada día, por siempre estar ahí para mí, por estar conmigo en cada paso que doy. Gracias por permitirme progresar a través de su arduo trabajo, que no es nada difícil, pero sé que no es nada fácil, pero sé que lo hacen con todo el corazón. Y por eso les dedico este logro. Hermanas, gracias por sus consejos, son mi ejemplo a seguir y espero algún día ser el de Sammy también. Gracias a todos mis seres queridos porque a pesar de la distancia siguen presentes, por siempre darme una razón para seguir, por su gran enseñanza de que todo pasa por algo y por inculcarme la confianza y el temor de Dios. Gabe, gracias por apoyarme y ser mi hombro a hombro cada día. Estoy sumamente orgullosa de ti. Amigos, gracias por estar conmigo y regalarme momentos inolvidables que llevaré por siempre en mi corazón. Teachers, counselors, and everyone who helped us grow. Thank you for your time, your belief in us, and your dedication to helping us become better every day. Your guidance, encouragement, and support have shaped not only our education, but also the people we are becoming. On behalf of all of us, thank you for the unforgettable impact you have had on our journey. Estudiantes, esto no es solo una celebración de nosotros, que lo hemos logrado, sino también de todos los que nos ayudaron a estar aquí. Así que graduados, tomen un momento y volteen a ver a sus seres queridos que están con ustedes en el día de hoy para agradecer todo lo que han hecho por nosotros. Avril, would you please join me at the podium? Class of 2026, please stand.
portion at EFAN, 7733 South Kenty, we there.